Welcome to The Explainer. Today we are absolutely tearing down the ultimate digital assembly line. We're going to explore a blueprint that literally transforms that traditional, burnout-inducing content creation grind into a highly automated, hyper-profitable system. I mean, if you've ever wondered how everyday people are unlocking high-value US dollar income from literally anywhere in the world and doing it without ever stepping in front of a camera or buying one of those expensive ring lights, well, you are in exactly the right place. Get ready because we are unpacking the exact source material that makes this whole operation possible.
Okay, let's dive into this data because this is the absolute foundation of the entire strategy. The difference in return on investment here is staggering. Based on the source data, generating 100,000 views in a local, non-US market, that might net you around $31. But route those exact same 100,000 views to a US-based audience, you are looking at $450. To put that into perspective, that is a massive multiplier for doing the exact same amount of work. This proves exactly why targeting the high-paying US advertiser market isn't just, a good idea. It's the ultimate goal of this entire setup.
So, what exactly is YouTube automation? Let's demystify this completely right now. You are not a traditional YouTuber. You don't need fancy lighting, you definitely don't need a crazy expensive camera, and you never, ever have to show your face or even use your real voice. Instead, think of it like this. You are the manager of a digital business. You're coordinating tools, artificial intelligence, and workflows so that your content machine just runs smoothly even when you aren't actively sitting at your desk. You are the architect here, not the bricklayer.
To build this incredible machine, here is our quick syllabus for today. 1. The goldmine. 2. Picking a high-value niche. 3. AI scripts and voiceovers. 4. Visuals and seamless editing. And finally, 5. Launching and scaling up. Let's get to it.
Section 1. Picking a high-value niche. Let's look at picking the perfect raw materials for maximum profit.
What's really fascinating here is finding that perfect intersection between high advertiser demand and pure viewer psychology. Things like personal finance and AI tech. They pull in incredible ad rates because advertisers will gladly pay a massive premium to reach those specific audiences. On the flip side, niches like horror, true crime, and mystery create absolutely massive watch times because, well, people just get completely hooked on a good story. And then you have health and fitness, totally evergreen, right? Because people always want to improve themselves. But here is the real trick. You absolutely must select a high-value niche that you actually find somewhat interesting. Seriously, if you hate the topic, you are going to burn out way before this system ever scales.
Section 2. AI scripts and voiceovers. This is where we hire our completely tireless digital AI employees.
We all know writing from scratch is incredibly difficult. So, the source material provides a brilliant, dead simple scripting hack. First, you find a highly popular video in your chosen niche and just grab its transcript. Next, you feed that text straight into an AI chatbot. And finally, you prompt the AI to completely rewrite it with a totally unique, dramatic, and engaging tone. And yes, this is perfectly legal. You can use a concept or a story for inspiration, just as long as your AI completely rewrites the narrative into a brand new, original script. Basically, you're just using already proven successful topics as your starting block.
Now, a quick pro tip, the specific tool you choose for this step matters immensely. The source highly recommends using Claude AI over standard ChatGPT for your script writing. Why? Well, because Claude is just uniquely tuned to understand natural storytelling, emotional pacing, and even dramatic pauses. When you need a script that actually feels genuinely human and keeps the viewer absolutely glued to the screen, Claude is the superior choice for your digital writer, hands down.
So the crucial point is, who is actually going to read that amazing script? Sure, there are free voice tools out there, but listen, they come with a massive risk of YouTube demonetizing your channel for repetitive or robotic-sounding content. The source material is absolutely adamant about this. 11 Labs is a non-negotiable business expense. For just a few bucks a month, it provides monetization-safe, flawless voice cloning, complete with all the natural breaths and inflections of a real living human. If you want this assembly line to actually put money in your pocket, premium audio is a must.
Section 3. Visuals and seamless editing. With the audio locked in, it is time to build the visual showroom.
You've got a few different options for the footage that's going to play over your shiny new voiceover. If you're a beginner, you can totally start with free sites like Pexels or Pixabay to gather relevant stock video. But, and the source makes a great point here, scaling up requires leveling up. Premium platforms like Envato or Shutterstock completely eliminate any copyright risks and offer vastly superior visual quality. And hey, if you are leaning heavily into the AI side of things, tools like Nano Banana let you generate incredibly consistent AI visuals that perfectly match the exact mood of your script.
So how do we actually stitch all this together?
Please, forget complex Hollywood-level video editing. The CapCut assembly line makes this a ridiculously simple drag-and-drop procedure that literally anyone can manage from a laptop or even just a smartphone. You import your 11 Labs audio track, drop your downloaded stock footage right on top of it, sprinkle in a few simple zoom-in or fade animations just to keep the viewer's eye moving, and then the secret sauce, layer in some subtle sound effects. Think water dripping or wind howling to really build out that atmosphere.
Okay, before you even think about hitting publish, let me hit you with a wildly surprising fact from the source material. 50%. The thumbnail you create drives a massive 50% of your channel's ultimate success or failure. I mean, think about that. You could have the greatest script ever written and Hollywood-level editing, but if the viewer doesn't click, your video practically doesn't exist.
Because the thumbnail is just so unbelievably vital. The source provides an exact, proven winning formula. First, it needs high visual contrast, so it literally pops off a dark screen. Second, it needs a clear, instantly recognizable emotion, like fear, shock, or the feeling of wealth. And critically, use a maximum of 1 to 3 words of text. Seriously, people are scrolling fast, they are not reading paragraphs on a tiny image. You can spin these up super quickly using ChatGPT's image generator, or just build them using simple drag-and-drop templates in Canva. Keep it clean, keep it striking, and make it totally irresistible.
Section 4. Launching and scaling up. The product is finished, so let's get it out there and grow the empire.
Now, if you are operating outside of the United States, pay very close attention to this specific technical trick from the source. You should always use a US-based VPN when you first create your channel and, crucially, every single time you upload your videos. Why? Because this signals to the YouTube algorithm that your content originates from the US. That helps effectively route your new videos directly to that high-paying US audience we talked about way back at the beginning of the explainer.
To truly scale this thing to the moon, you have to follow the golden rules. First up, treat this like a real business, not some weekend hobby you do when you're bored. You've got to be disciplined. Second, publish 2 to 4 videos every single week. Third, stick strictly to one single niche per channel so the algorithm knows exactly who to serve your videos to. And finally, when you make those first few dollars, don't go out and buy a sports car. Reinvest those early profits straight back into better tools, premium footage, or even hiring freelancers to run the assembly line for you. Remember, we are building a long-term digital asset here.
And this brilliantly illustrates the core philosophy of this entire system. To quote the source directly, consistency beats talent. A creator without talent who posts daily will always outpace a talented creator who doesn't. You really don't need to be some brilliant visionary filmmaker to succeed in YouTube automation. You just need to show up, run the system, and frankly, outwork the people who give up after 3 weeks. Well, we've laid out the entire structure for you today, from that massive US CPM potential all the way down to the precise AI tools and editing workflows. You now know exactly how this completely invisible digital economy functions. The tools exist right now, the audience is actively waiting, and the blueprint is literally right in your hands. So the only thing left to ask is, are you going to keep making excuses, or are you ready to pick a niche and start building your automated empire today? Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you on the next one.